Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Thursday night, April 16th. And what I wanted to do is just give you a quick run through our school program here. Can you see the community tab, Judy?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Okay. I just noticed behind me, I'm owner B, and you must be owner A. Okay. Anyhow, um, wanted to give you a quick run through our school community here. We are at 110 members. So we're really excited about that. Our goal, of course, is 500 for this year. So we're on track, pretty close, anyways. So um, I think really what we want to do is, as people come in, really train people how to get the best and the most out of school. So this first community page, it's where I post, and of course you see here the Thursday Zoom call, and basically what's going on, what we're going to talk about. Um, I'm requesting that people click on our matchmaking program, and of course then I put a live link to tonight's call as well. So this is where you can communicate with myself, or if you see something interesting on there, you can comment. Here we've got 6 comments. This was a shareable 6 bedroom, 5 bathroom home close to Langford Lake. So I included the MLS and the floor plans, and had a few comments on this home, and it's really kind of like a duplex. And as I mentioned in here, if you break it down, if you take the total square footage of the home, take the price and divide it by the square footage, you get about $426 per square foot. So if you split it 50-50, if you had 2 3-bedroom units, kind of like a duplex, you would have a cost of about 575,000 each for each side, which is really cheap in today's market. And each of these units has a separate garage and a separate yard space. So if anyone's interested, please call me. I don't imagine that this one will last that long. So it's good, a great shareable home. So basically, that's you go through this if when you have time. This is a video that I did for investors and how to make 10% on your investment, how to basically invest with someone who can get into the market but wants to clear the CMHC hurdle, which is substantial. I think on $1 million home, we figured it was about $37,000 of fees for CMHC
Right.
fees. So if you can avoid that, that's money back in your pocket. And it also, is a way that the investor can make some money with you as well. But your payments are a lot lower, and especially works well if there's a suite involved. So keep your eye on the community classroom. This live link here that you see is what we're on right now, the Zoom link. So going to the classrooms, we have the Start Here tab, and notice of representation by me. There's a quick tour through Skool here that you'll see. Clicking back over to, there's an introduction in here. Matchmaking program is something that we wanted to talk about. We have a few people that have filled out this matchmaking program. And when you click on that link, you get this form that comes up. And it basically just asks you a few questions. Then it sends you the link to the actual program, where there's about 50 questions, and questions are weighted so that, for instance, if you wanted to be in Fairfield or Fernwood or James Bay, or maybe you wanted to be in the Western communities, it would match you with someone in those areas. If you have a dog, or if you need to be close to a bus or a school, that type of thing. If you preferred, a non-smoking environment, all those things. If you wanted a garden, the weighted questions will give us an idea who to match you with. So encourage you to get that filled out.
I
Um,
should add that there's no obligation and it's free and it's fun.
awesome. Yeah, we're working with several buyers right now that have filled out those forms and what I do is when I have a match, I get authorization to introduce people, get them on a Zoom call, and hopefully do a face-to-face coffee chat as well. But what I can do, if you make a decision that you want to be searching together, I'll make sure that you're on a similar search program through the real estate board, so that you're getting similar homes. So if you need 3 bedrooms, then potentially I'm looking for a 5 bedroom house. So you could have 3 bedrooms and someone else could have 2 bedrooms, or maybe you're matched with somebody that just needs 1 bedroom. So maybe now we're searching for 4+ bedrooms, 2+ bathrooms in a certain area. So um, we set you on that up right away as soon as you've talked and made sure that your financing is coming together. And just a quick note on the financing: you will need to use the same financial institutions, so just keep that in mind. I'm in the buyer's corner right now, the buyer's tab, and you'll see the first three tabs here are shareable open houses. So this one is the Western Communities. I'm going to click on that tab, and what's going to open up is shareable open houses um, that are going to be open this weekend. So Saturday, Sunday, as a rule. So can you see that? Okay, Judy.
Yes.
Okay, so on the left hand side here, it says 25 results, and we have homes in the Western Communities, which is basically Langford. Actually, it includes Souk in this particular search. So Souk, Langford, Colwood, Machosen, Highlands, View Royal. Um, that's all part of this search here. So you'll see that it says open house April 18th. So as you scroll through, April 18th is a Saturday. April 19th is the Sunday, you'll see. So they're just have to keep an eye on them. If you wanted to see one in particular, you just click on it and it opens up. Um, Now, if you want to see, well, you can just delve into the details here. So this one here, you want to watch the times, because this one says open house April 19th, which is Sunday, 10:30 to 12:30. So this agent sounds like is doing 2 open houses that day. So you just have to watch the times. Most open houses are either 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, but some agents love to do open houses. And so just keep an eye on the time. If we go back, all listings, we can also get a look at them in a different format here. So it's easier to maybe scroll through and have a look at all the different open houses. Now, I want to make sure that I mention, just in case I forget later on in the presentation, that um, every second Saturday we do an event at Quality Foods, which is by the Vic General Hospital. And so upstairs, there's a couple of meeting rooms, and we have a meet and greet starting at about 11:30, and we welcome anyone that wants to get together face to face and talk about shared home ownership and study it. Welcome to. We've got a TV there and my laptop. We can go through, do some research for you if you'd like, or we can touch base on certain topics. And we can also pick out some open houses that you might want to go through. So keep that in mind. Best thing for me is if I've got a little advance notice, but And then I can put a tour together in a logical order and have that all ready to go for anybody that wants to show up and tour some open houses.
David, can this list be sorted by dollar value, by price?
I think so. Here's a newest. Let me just get myself into the corner here. Let me see. View as list. Um, Let me see here. I think you can. This is called One Home. And here's a list here. Let me see. For some reason, that's a good question. You're putting me on the spot, my dear.
Sorry.
But we can also view it as a map, which is kind of cool. Let me just get rid of this. So here's the map. And
Shows all the different places with the prices.
yeah, so if you click on this home here, it'll bring it up. So I think maybe it's just the internet that's slow in populating this page, but it
Mm.
basically, when you hover over, a particular home, it brings it up, and you can tell, more about it, what it is, the day it's open, and so on. If you click on it, then you'll get, it'll bring that particular listing up again, and tell you all about it. This one's got 35 photos as well. So you can click through the photos and have a look and all the features and all that. So I'm going to get out of this tab and go back to Skool. Okay, so basically the same thing with Greater Victoria area and the same thing with the Peninsula area. So right now I have three separate searches. We could, in a future, as we grow, and people are interested in different areas, like for instance, if you wanted to be in Fairfield or James Bay or the downtown Fernwood area, if I have a whole bunch of people that are searching in that area, just do up one of them, for that area. And so I can, as we grow, like I say, we can get more and more searches going. But for now, I think three is enough. Um, this is a live website here, and this has homes. Basically, it's a Greater Victoria um, site. So if you click on that, it takes you to my site where basically any home that has a suite in it will show up. And I can also do a personalized search for you. Just send me an email, message me, and happy to set you up on your own search. This one's a matchmaking, and then we've got a couple webinars that we've done. Why rent when you can own goes over this one in particular is a buy down rate that a friend of mine has, who's a mortgage broker who I think he still has this special available. Not 100% positive, but we can always check with him. He was able to drop the rate to basically 0.99% or 1% for the first 6 months. And as you will see here, the principal paid over 6 months, because the interest rate's so low, is over $10,000 that you put back in your pocket in the form of principal pay down. So it's a good way to start. After the 6 months, you get the current going rate. At this particular time, it was 4.19%, which is around what people are paying these days. It's around 4%. So anyhow, there's programs like that we have available. This is a mortgage calculator that we have. I'll just click on that for a sec and open that up. We'll share that tab. This is a mortgage broker's calculator. So it is way more than probably what you'll use, but this is the one I use, the purchase calculator. And you can put in, whatever home price you want, the down payment, whether you're a first-time buyer, what the interest rate is. I always take this back to about 4%. and then it readjusts the numbers. Down below, you can also put in taxes and whether you want to add in some rental income. So if it has a suite, you could put in 1,500 a month, and then it would basically calculate that. So that one, okay, well, I've used a $500 amount, which is fictitious. So, um, but if let's say that we used $1 million here, $1 million, that amount would be 3497 with $50,000 down, 4%, with $1,500 monthly rental. So you'd be paying about 3497. So anyhow, that's the mortgage calculator. Here's a little cheat sheet that I did up, and it just gives you a rough idea. You can just have a quick look how what you're going to be paying. So purchase price over here on the left, all the way from 300,000 to 1.5. What your minimum down payment is going to be required, what your base mortgage is based on 4% interest, what your starting mortgage is, what your estimated monthly payments are going to be, and the principal that you're going to pay down in 5 years. And I always love to look at this column because 5 years goes by really, really, really quickly. And that's what I've experienced in my life. And if you haven't got in the market yet, trust me, 5 years goes by really, really quickly. And this is the kind of money that you'll have back in your pocket or that you would share with your partner. So that's kind of cool and fun to look
So,
at. Let's
David,
see. Yes.
can I just ask, so what you just talked about on this calculator is
Hmm.
that the suite would be rented out for $1,500 a month. But if
Yes.
you had two people purchasing this house together, it
Then you
wouldn't
would.
be rent, it would be that the two parties would be dividing the mortgage payment
Correct.
according to their property
Yeah.
percentage, right?
Yes. Normally, the easiest formula to start with is um, a formula based on square footage. So if you had a one bedroom suite and a three-bedroom upper, it might be 75% up, 25% down, or it could be a 30-70, or it could be a 60-40 split, depending on the configuration of the house. Judy and I have split our house. We sold the upper two floors, so it's pretty easy. The downstairs is the third, so we pay a third. The upper two floors are two-thirds, so they pay two-thirds of the mortgage and all the utilities and taxes and all that. So yeah, that's normally where the negotiation starts, or where you try to figure out what the value is of that shared portion. One other thing I've added in here is the Attainable Home Program. And essentially, this is a developer in the Western communities that has a condo out by Langford Lake. There are still a few available left, and I think they're about 399. Let me just click on the price list here. And yeah, 399. I think there may be a little bit of flexibility in the price there. They're a one bedroom plus a den, and they're brand new, 10-year warranty. And the Attainable program is through Langford. So you either have to live in Langford, the Western communities, or work with the military or fire or police. And they will give you 75% of the required down payment free as a gift. So it's not, you don't have to pay it back. There's some stipulations, of course. I think you can't make more than about $125,000 a year, and so on. But anyhow, there's still a few of those left, just in case if you know anybody that wants to get into that attainable housing program. Um, I'm also, before I forget about it, I'm going to be doing a section here. I think I've started it. alternative paths to home ownership. And what I'm going to do is build this classroom this next week, and I'm going to include organizations like the Esquimalt Co Harbor Housing, and they're building a 30-unit condo down right across from the mall in downtown Esquimalt, and they're going to have all kinds of shared amenities, shared space like a shared kitchen, shared living area, shared rooftop gardens, things like that. Um, and a guest suite or two, and so it's just going to be more of a community co-housing thing. I'm also going to be working together with Habitat for Humanity, so I'll have some of their materials in this particular classroom as well. So I'll be explaining how that works. I'm going to have some videos done up. I'm going to be meeting with them next month with the executive of Habitat for Humanity. So we're going to see if we can brainstorm and come up with some ideas to work together. So, and also the missing middle, I'll probably have put that into this classroom as well. So if you or anybody is interested in the missing middle program or the concept of building like 4 to 6 homes on one lot, if you wanted to, buddy up with some friends, wanted to sort of create a building, that can open up a reason to get into conversation, and I can introduce you to the right people to do that, to get pre-qualified. And we do have, of course, builders that are available to do that kind of thing. So that's kind of another exciting classroom that I'm coming up with. Of course, we have the investors corner, how to be, basically an angel investor. We've got basically some videos on reverse mortgages as well. Then we have the sellers corner, and we're still working on this particular classroom as well. Here's the reverse mortgages, and some videos that we've done in the past as well.
David, can you talk a little bit about people who own a home and might sell a part of it? What are the reasons for that? The
Sure.
benefits?
Yeah. Um, yeah. So if a person owns a home, and oftentimes we find that older clients, a lot of
Like us?
times, yeah, okay. You've got,
We're older.
they've created a lot of equity in their home, but they're getting older, mobility's starting to become a challenge. They don't want to be getting up on ladders anymore, cleaning the gutters, putting up Christmas lights, and just, all the maintenance starts to become a challenge on the home. So you could offer up part of your home to a younger person, younger family. Especially works well if the home has a suite in it. Then you could potentially, as an older homeowner, retire to the suite, have someone younger on the property helping you look after the property and the maintenance of it, and you could get a lump sum of cash. So that could maybe allow you to travel in the winter, or maybe buy that motorhome or that recreational property that you've always wanted. So it's just another way to be able to age in place, stay in your same, in the same neighborhood, and yeah, enjoy life, not be house poor, and take some of that money out, rather than having to wait until it's time. You can't really do anything anymore. You got to sell it and move to um, a care facility. So it's just a chance to enjoy your own property, and share your own property. And you could even maybe look at it as an be you being an angel investor by helping someone else into the market. Is that a good explanation, Judy?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
kind of what we did.
Okay. Um, there's the facts here, frequently asked questions. I think this one, I've got our gal working on this. Maybe she's done some stuff here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of facts, frequently asked questions, on the frequently asked question page. So if you know somebody who's sort of, wanting to ask a bunch of questions, what is this shared home ownership all about? It's a good page to send them to. You can copy the link, send it to them. We've got a couple other. I've got this marked as premium courses and seminars. Right now, that's locked, but all you have to do is ask me for access. Um, we've got some legal people that we like. Beacon Law is the one that's done up um, our co-ownership agreement.
David, can you click on
Oh, sorry.
that page, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
let me just go back for a second here. Yeah. So this is what the page looks like. We've got some missing middle programs in here. I'll probably transfer that out. So basically, what we'll have in here. This is co-ownership. Oh, I need to
We're on Beacon Law right
click on.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is a link to Beacon Law. They talk about co-ownership agreements and whatnot. So if you want to learn a little bit about co-ownership agreements, you can click on that. And our VIP class. This is also
You're not on the page yet.
okay.
You have to go back, I think. Yeah.
There we go. So there's the
There you
VIP
go.
page. So basically, we have our joint venture agreement here, and anybody I work with that's working with me for buying a house, you will get access to this agreement. Now, this is a 13-page agreement. It's a Word doc, so we could just simply pop names and numbers and values and everything in here. It's quite comprehensive. Our lawyer, Beacon Law, did this up for us when we sold the upper two floors of our home. So we will work with you to the best of our abilities to fill this in as much as we can. And then what we do once it's filled in, then we take it to a lawyer. Two lawyers, both parties will get a lawyer to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. So basically, that's what's behind that wall. And here's the co-owner planning checklist. So this is something that you'd look at prior to this might be a little overkill for some people. This is a 40-page document, but it helps you plan out, reflecting on your own needs and goals, conversations to have with your potential co-owners, and basically there's a lot in here. So not wanting to overwhelm you, but you can have access to this document as well prior to filling in your joint venture agreement. Then we have a little bit more legal advice. Let me see what we got here. Oh, same link, I think, to Beacon Law. So that's what we're working on. Constantly, trying to provide more value and information for people. The calendar link, if you haven't been in here, this is the link we're on here right now.
Can you click on that, David?
Yeah. So
There you go.
basically, I just clicked on this link on the 16th. So this is what you'll see. This is the link that we're on right now. Basically, I tell people what we're going to be doing that particular event. And then you'll see on the 25th, we've got our meet and greet. So that's from 11:30 till 1 p.m. We talked about that. We meet upstairs at the Quality Foods. And then, like I say, I hope that people if they want to see a particular home or a particular suite, just let me know in advance because, about 1:30, 1 o'clock, we take off, maybe start the tour at about 1:30 and put on maybe 2 or 3 or 4 homes, depending on who wants to see what, um, and what's available in a relatively, constricted area. Um, yeah, so that's what happens every second Saturday. So check the calendar to for events. This is the members tab, and as you can see here, we have 110 members now. Yeah, we just got 3 members. Actually, I opened up the program yesterday, and there's 4 members waiting to come in. 3 of them had found us through the Skool, and what that means is when you go to, let me just see here. I think we'll go. I think I can show that. You go to Discovery here. What they have just started in Skool, when you go to the main Skool program, they have allowed us now to put keywords in. So I just filled these in yesterday, and they're working on the algorithms behind this Discovery platform in Skool, so that if somebody types in any of these words, it helps them find our community. So I have a feeling that maybe that's what happened. Um, People were able to, search through Skool, and so people locally on the island found us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun. Let me see. This is the Skool website. So if you have never been on it, it's pretty interesting. It shows they've got almost 200,000 members. They have like 25 million visits every month. It's just huge. There's lots and lots and lots of people on here. Something like, I don't know. I get lost in the numbers, but they're
Millions,
doing,
right? In
yeah,
the
there's something
millions.
like 25 million users or something like that. So anyhow, so this is where you can go in. If you've never been into Skool before, you can type in, and find out. You can search for. Let me just try it here. See if shared. Don't know if I'm on the right tab or not. Shared home
Yes, you are. You're on Schoolers.
ownership. Yeah, but I'm just kind of wondering if that's how you search. Oh, okay. Look at this. I put shared home ownership in here, and David Hale, can we get a real estate category, please? Comes up. So I think you can probably get to me by clicking on here. Yeah, shared home
View.
ownership. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shared home ownership Victoria,
View.
110 members, free.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you could view that, and you could probably join from there, I would think. So it's going to
David, if
be,
somebody wanted to invite a friend or relative and they're
yeah,
already a member of Skool, what would they
yeah.
do?
Okay. Let's see. They would go to, let me see. I'm going to click this little button here, and that means that I'm looking as a member. So they would come to this page here, about.
Mhm.
You see this about page?
Yes.
And you would click on join group. Oh, okay. So you have to invite people in though first, don't you?
Yes, that's right.
Let me see here. Members. Okay, so on the members tab,
Invite. Yeah.
invite. Okay, and then you just copy that link and you send that out. I think you can even put them in here. Looks like instant access without purchasing or requesting a membership. So I think you can actually put their email address in here and send it right from
Oh,
here.
interesting.
I haven't tried that
Now,
yet.
David, I think that because you're administrator, it
Mhm.
allows you to do that. But as a member, when I look at my own Skool page,
Yeah.
it has 3 dots up on the top right-hand corner,
Okay.
and those are on any one of the tabs, whether it's calendar, classroom, anything, the about the community page. There's
Mhm.
3 dots on the top right-hand corner,
Yeah.
and it says invite people. or group settings, and those are the
Oh,
2 links that members have to
okay.
access.
And that's
So
on the
invite
members
people.
tab?
Yep. And then
Okay.
that'll give you the link and just says copy, and then you can paste it onto an email or text message or anything like that.
Okay. And here I have a new member request. Let's
Oh,
just welcome Kelly here. We're not sure where she came from, but she looks like she's in Port Alberni.
okay.
But she's talking about moving or investing in real estate here in the future. So we're going to let her in, and we are going to go to 111 members right now.
All right.
Okay. So I think that's about what I wanted to show everyone tonight. Please click on this matchmaking program. If you haven't filled it in, click on our matchmaking program. Fill it in, please, because if you're serious about getting together with someone else to share the cost of a home, we need to know a little bit about you. We need to know who to introduce you to. We've got to find out like what you're financially capable of, meaning that we've got to get you pre-qualified. So there's a few steps to go through, but this is one of the first steps. Yeah, we'd love to have you as part of our program, get more involved.
Yep.
And yeah, so unless you can think of anything else, Judy, I'm going to wrap our call up tonight.
I'm just going to say with the questionnaire, we have been really working on those questions and taking advice from other people who have completed it. And, I think that people really actually get to know themselves better as to what they really want with the variety of the questions there. So go take a look. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Okay, so last call, I just want to promote the 25th, which will be a week this coming Saturday, 11:30 meet and greet. And if you want me to cover any certain topics, if you want to come out and have me go through something on the screen with you, um, just feel free to send me a message. And if you want to look at a particular home or 2 or 3 that have a suite in it, and you like that area, you like the looks of the home, just simply give me a shout in advance. Okay, so I am going to sign off. We'll see if I can find the button to do that. And
To
yeah,
stop recording.
yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye for
Bye,
now.
everybody.